Hey everybody, guess what I have planned for today? Okay, so today on Prize Corner, I'll be reviewing the Funko statues!
Oh yeah!
These are the best items they have ever put out, and I'm so excited to talk about them for over 50 minutes.
Say goodbye to Funko Slop! CC is back and already making Prize Corner good!
I will admit it was his suggestion, but trust me, I have plenty to add for myself, so let's get right into—
Not so fast!
What? No, not right now. Anytime but now.
Who is that?
It is I, Helpy.
Oh, come on.
Helpy. Like that little bear who does your taxes?
I am no longer a lowly accountant. After our last board chairman, Mr. Burrows, went missing, I took over his spot, being the first animatronic to ever do so. My mom, if I had one, would be so proud. Sniff.
I also kinda almost ruined his entire business once.
Look, Moose, I don't want to be talking to you any more than you do. You shit talked my funny robots caused several investors to pull out, and made me raise the heating at the Pizzaplex. That probably cost me a whole $1.
Okay, so then why are you here?
Because last month you asked us for a favor, and I'm here to get what you promised.
Well, technically, Lolbit didn't even do anything, so no harm, no foul, right?
No harm. So much harm. Not only did you take my best IT guy for a whole day, you ripped his hard drive out and now he doesn't remember my favorite color. If I log onto my computer to find everything green one more time, I will burn your house to the ground. You hear me?
Okay, fine. What do you want me to do anyway?
It's an easy one. Since you're already here, I'm sure it'll be a cakewalk for you. Just review some new merch we're testing out at your review show and we'll be square.
Oh, is that all? Yeah, I could do that, no problem, but sorry, CC, no statues today.
Damn it! What's the point of living anymore? Bring back the fox head already!
Here, Marionette will clear the table. So, what's the new merch line?
Well, our research and development team tells me that people hate all these new complicated characters. Vanessa, the Mimic, who even are they?
Yeah, never heard of him.
So I fired all of them and did it myself.
Okay.
So I put my brain to work. I even uploaded some cocaine up there. And I realized, who do FNaF fans love more than anyone?
Freddy?
Foxy?
No. Balloon Boy, of course.
What do you mean by that?
I call it Balloon Circus. Bring him in, Nightmarione.
What? No, we usually have Marionette do all that stuff.
Well, not today. Take the day off, Dollface. Dollface.
Look,
I'm
Helpy,
funny.
this does sound fun, but you should know that there is no possible way I can get through every single one of these pops and not be negative at all.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Huh? Last time I said Foxy was overrated, you murdered me.
That's because saying animatronics that cost thousands of dollars that we hired you to pitch to investors sucked is not a good way of unloading those suckers. I don't need you to love these. I need you to talk about them.
You just want me to say my opinions? No catch?
Nope.
I don't get it.
Oh my god. He's saying that no one is reviewing the Balloon Circus merch, and he just needs you to say anything about them, good or bad, since no one else is.
Exactly. It's an all publicity is good publicity kind of thing.
Oh, I could do that. And I probably do have a lot more to add to the conversation of Balloon Bonnie than anyone else.
You're the only animal or animal-adjacent creature I know who could talk for hours about stupid bullshit. I mean wonderful products. As far as I'm concerned, as long as someone is hearing your ramblings, at least one person is more aware these exist. And if nobody views this review, then I guess I'll let the beam it into their head when they come to the Glamrock Freddy's meet and greet.
Wow, I've never been beamed into someone's head before.
You know what? And since you're doing me such a huge favor, get to the end with at least one positive review, and then maybe I'll add you back to the payroll.
Wait, really?
Not as a spokesman. Never making that mistake again. But maybe as a night guard. Do you think you can handle that?
I don't know.
Just do it. You need to pay for the Glamrock Freddy statue somehow.
You're right. Fine. I'll review these pops.
Hooray!
I do need you to get off the table, though.
Oh, right. Well, have fun.
So, CC, are you busy or?
I have absolutely nothing to say about Balloon Circus, man. You have to know that.
Yeah, I do. In 2022, a new full set of FNaF merch was revealed to be in development. Balloon and Circus versions of the classics. Well, Balloon elicited no reaction from me. What, like balloon animals? That could be cool. The Circus name did pique my interest. Yeah, I wanted something actually original like the toys or the Glamrocks. But if these had unique designs and were actually based on sister location like it seemed like they were, I'd be plenty happy. And then, that fateful day rolled around. January 18th, 2023, we got our first look at the new merch wave, simply titled Balloon Circus. And it was hard to explain. Hello and welcome to Price Corner, the FNaF merch review show that, well, isn't very good at following trends. First snaps and now this? I can't wait to get 10 views!
Come on now, let's be realistic here.
The Balloon Circus characters are themed around clowns, and for some ungodly, unbelievable, and straight up confusing reason, Balloon Boy. Which means that half of these characters are basically the exact same. Cool! Not every wave comes with all 8 characters, 2 for each classic, which means that since I'm just reviewing the Pops, I unfortunately won't get to discuss Circus Bonnie or Circus Chica. Oh well. You guys know what dramatic irony is? These guys are not designed around animatronics at all. They instead seem to be based on the cartoon versions of mascots from Chuck E. Cheese or other restaurants like it. So no large jaws, endos, not even joints. These babies are as smooth as can be. It's definitely an interesting direction and something that hasn't been seen before, because we haven't. Funko's website says these characters are from the hit FNaF game, Balloon Circus, a game that doesn't and will never exist.
Excuse me? Why would they make brand new designs if this weren't for a greater project? Wouldn't they just do tie-dye Freddy again?
Well, yes, obviously I think it is weird as all hell, but I don't think Funko being creative for once is definitive proof.
Well, how about the listing you just mentioned? Why would it say it's from FNaF Balloon Circus if that isn't a real game?
This is just a name because Funko needed one. They can't just say these characters are from Security Breach. Think about it. Why would Scott let Funko release merch of a game that isn't even announced yet and let it rot on store shelves for 2 years and still not even post a simple teaser image? It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If I'm wrong, which I highly doubt, I will be happy. For the most part, these are cool designs, and seeing them as costumes in a Mimic game would be amazing. But as we stand almost 2 years later, the only time we've ever seen them mentioned outside of these figures is the glow-in-the-dark coloring book, and I doubt that means very much. There is absolutely no way this is for a game. And if it really is, you're allowed to call Steel Wool bad at marketing.
Way ahead of you!
Ignoring the more meta aspects, this is such a boring release. I'll obviously go into more detail in a moment, but as they aren't from a game, these are all very similar to each other, and it makes for dozens of items that I just have nothing to say about. And there is no doubt in my mind that reviewing all of these pops separately like I usually do would be super boring and slow. So I want to introduce a new type of Price Corner episode, a full wave review. It isn't quite like a marathon review like the Christmas video, but one where I talk about all 6 pops at once, giving my separate opinions and ratings semi-quickly. I'd call it a lightning round, but honestly, this will still probably take a while. So full wave review it is. Since this is new, let me explain. I'll start by giving my thoughts on the wave as a whole, the style, the quirks, anything I can say about all of the products. And after that, I'll split the items into categories, in this case, balloon and circus pops. And finally, once I'm done with those categories, I'll go into more specific detail about the singular pops alone, giving them a rating before moving on to the next one. I'm hoping this will keep the video a little more interesting while not skimping on the precious details. So without any further adoing, Balloon Circus Funko Pops. The box here is actually weirdly charming. Well, the front isn't, but the side and the back show these beams of colored light shooting out from the pop with a balloon of each color, and red, all in front of the checkerboard background. I really love this theming, but I can't help but feel it's a little generic. Like, if this was a basic FNaF series box, it would be weird, but at the same time, why are these circus characters in a regular pizzeria? I mean, why just represent the balloon characters? It really doesn't matter, but come on, this is a little weird. One of the general comments I can say about all of these is that they all have stands. This is so nice. It's kind of a toss-up whether your pop will have a stand or if your pop even needs one, leaving a lot of figures feeling extremely wonky. All of the stands are the exact same. No strange loose hexagon feet like Circus Baby. All just a circle with a peg. These can be a little snug, and actually getting them into the hole can be a struggle, but I'd rather have to push a little harder than for the stand to just fall out. Funko seems to have simplified the stands a lot, so now all of them can fit into any pop that needs one. So if you lose one of these, you can just buy a new one in these convenient packs. This is honestly my first time encountering these, as I only buy FNaF Pops, as they kind of haven't made many as of late. Either way, it's nice to see them finally embracing the power of stands completely instead of just saying, nah, I'm sure it'll work. As for if they even need a stand, well, it's mixed. The Foxies and Circus Freddy stand perfectly without it, but the other balloon animatronics are Wobble City. I'm really glad that I have the option of using and not using a stand. I really appreciate it. Youtooz. And with those stands now on, I can now point out how every one of these characters except for Chica have giant freakishly long feet with lighter tips. Maybe they're supposed to be like clown shoes, but I don't know. It's honestly pretty distracting if you ask me. Oh yeah, and since they all have stands, that makes this next point pretty obvious. Man standing 6 times. I know I should expect it from Funko, but damn, these are so boring in the exact same pose over and over again. At least I don't have to bring it up again. Okay, that's kind of all I got in the broad department. So why don't we put the circus aside and take a closer look at the balloon? Is exactly what Funko said. Whose idea was this? Yes, let's make 4 of our 6 pops look identical and save the much cooler designs for a later wave. Are you dumb? I already brought it up, but why Balloon Boy? I personally like BB and even I'm confused. Who in their right mind wanted a Balloon Boy variant of Foxy? I mean, overall, it's not a bad idea for one figure, but there are 4 of these and they're all the exact same. Why not give one a sign as well, or maybe a fishing rod to reference Dee Dee? At least 2 are holding it in the opposite hand, but honestly that just kind of makes them look worse. Like, they are completely symmetrical except for the balloon location. Besides the balloon, each mascot has a pair of blue shorts, a vertical striped shirt with 2 buttons on it, and a silly pinwheel hat. Why they weren't even allowed to have a variation on the buttons will forever confuse me, but whatever. Technically, they aren't all the same. They all have their free hand in a slightly different pose. And I do mean slightly. And the hat's pinwheels are, once again, slightly off-center. I guess it's cool they thought to do this, but why not just spin it a little more? From a glance, they just look copy and pasted. But as I will be talking about their tiny, insignificant details in a moment, let's move on. One thing I've always loved about the later pops is that they let the characters have colored eyes. It always helped them stand out and look even cooler, and it's a detail Youtooz does as well. But here, nope! Back to soulless black voids! But that isn't a huge deal, mainly because their eye colors did make an appearance here. Notice it? Yup, the titular balloon and their secondary shirt color are themed after their eyes in the game. Okay, that is pretty amazing. This is the most obvious with Freddy and Foxy. Their blue and yellow make these look a lot nicer than they could have. Bonnie and Chica's colors are almost identical, but wow, I'll at least applaud them for their accuracy. These are actually really close. Too bad they look horrible alongside the red. Yikes. I guess it was necessary, because if they used BB's blue, Freddy would look like Minecraft Steve. This doesn't matter too much, as Bonnie and Chica weren't exactly in need of more colors, but Freddy and Foxy were, so it works out for me. Kinda. I mean, it still looks bad, I just don't care that much. But the balloon itself is surprisingly really well modeled. It's made of a different, smoother plastic, so it feels and looks balloony, and the gray string tying it to Freddy is simple, but surprisingly nice. Balloon Freddy is pretty damn—
Oh no, Foxy is first. See? 907, that's 908.
Why on Earth, or any other planet for that matter, would you make Foxy the first numbered pop and not Freddy?
Foxy is more popular, numbnuts.
Well, I still hate you for it.
What was that?
Nothing.
I said you could shit talk the figures, not me! Keep that up and your nuts will definitely be numb soon enough.
Balloon Foxy is really up and down for me. His design is definitely creative and much better than the other one, but I still can't really get behind it. He has this thing old school animatronics had where his face is lighter than his basic fur color. It's been a really popular fan design choice lately, and I've never liked it. It just makes the character look ugly, not so much scary. But here it's fine. I used to really despise this pop, but I have seen some ugly merch, and this is nothing compared to that. I mean, look at his cute muzzle and his little fangs. Now, his actual colors, I do hate. Say it with me now. Why is he orange?
Get some
Hold on.
Only at the
Can I get
pizza
more
place.
time?
Okay, maybe I should have warned you all about that one. Anyway, now I'm not fully against this choice, as a lot of foxes are in fact orange, but I still can't help but hate it. I am a strong orange hater, and I always will be. It looks especially bad with the yellow on his shirt. Ugh. And also his eyebrows are so close together they're basically a unibrow, and I find it to be not nice. Okay, and for one more thing about his colors I actually like, Balloon Foxy has a light blue pants instead of the usual dark blue. I think that they made this change to just have him stand out a little bit more, as he isn't on stage with the others. And it honestly looks really nice. It is weird that he's slightly different than the others, like bro wanted to be special. But overall, Overall, the light blue helps him look a lot less gloomy and also less like a mascot for a different fast food place. He has his hand in his pocket, which is the most creative pose we'll see. And of course, his tail. Ah, yes, it looks so fluffy and swishy. Balloon Foxy isn't exactly a standout to me, or at least not in a good way. But honestly, I was way too harsh on him when I first purchased this pop. 6 out of 10. Balloon Freddy is pretty damn cute, but I wouldn't exactly call this unique. With one major exception, these pops are all adorable. But Freddy, with his toothless, closed mouth expression and silly bear face, just looks particularly perfect in this style. His colors are awesome too. The blue and the red are default, so obviously they work, and the browns are both really appealing to look at. Freddy also has a tail, but this time this isn't exclusive. Everyone, but once again Chica, all have unique tails. And it's not even just a ball. Okay, well, Freddy's is still a ball, but a flat ball. I didn't bring it up earlier since each of these tails are fully specialized, so it's better to give them the attention they deserve. Freddy's hand is at his side and fully limp. Not even the classic FNaF pop fist. Wow. I think Balloon Freddy is probably as simple as you get. And while taking absolutely zero risks might mean you don't have any problems, it also means you don't stand out very much. 7 out of 10. I like it, but come on, we can do better. Balloon Body is adorable with his silly little buck teeth and a really well-modeled open mouth, floppy ears, and shy waving hand. I love all the original stuff here. He even has an upturned oval as his tail. Nice. Bro's got grabby hand. That's weird. The biggest, well, I don't want to call it a problem. My biggest note is about his color. He's blue, which isn't a big deal. Plenty of Bonnie variants are blue. The difference is that he is a dark blue. Huh? Out of every Bonnie that exists, you want to know the only dark blue one? Adventure Classic Bonnie. Why the hell did they choose this? Like I said, this isn't even a problem. I like the colors. They're amazing and really pretty. Even more with his lighter accents. But it's still a very not normal choice.
You know what I always say? Better than purple.
If these balloon pops were more interesting, I could see him getting a 9. But as I had about 2 paragraphs worth of content here, 8 is fine. And for the last of the balloon characters, Balloon Chica, and she is looking extra like a McDonald's mascot. This was the first of these pops that I purchased. I remember being in love with this cutie patootie, but after enough time passing, honestly, this isn't very good. The others, as flawed as they may be, do something. Bonnie has cool colors and an open mouth. Freddy just looks extra cute, and Foxy is orange. But Chica is cute, sure, but it's also just Chica in a weird outfit. I mean, what did they do here to make her different from classic Chica? Not her colors, no big design changes. Her hand is just up. Well, she has 3 toes, like withered Chica. Helping me out here.
You impotent fool! As you can see, she is a girl, so I gave her beautiful lashes.
Yeah, sure, she has SpongeBob lashes.
Huh?
But really, that just feels like overcorrecting. This has almost never been on a FNaF pop before. But the one girl character who's wearing shorts and a t-shirt? Yeah, you don't want to confuse the little kids. See? This is a woman, not a stupid boy. Finally, she's now safe for kids. By just making them bi a lesbian. Slay.
Wait, hold on. My testers must have missed all these signs. Must pander to queers. Hey, do you have Chica's Magic Rainbow's phone number?
Obviously not. Okay, I'm being mean. Her head feathers take after Glamrock Chica, and because they are dead in the middle, her pinwheel hat is off center. And this is the kind of fun detail that sets a figure apart. Too bad they didn't think to do that for the rest of her. 6 out of 10. The placement here is killing me. I think I like her more than Foxy, but he tries so much harder than her, and he really has grown on me. Fine, Foxy, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's fucking Balloon Circus. And now, for the much more interesting Circus side, we only have 2 pops. They wasted 4 slots on the fucking balloon animatronics and then made the worst Circus designs? Why do you hate joy, Funko? Circus just means clowns. These are the Balloon Foxy and Freddy designs, just a tad taller with cuter outfits and some vague makeup. That's it. One big problem I have here is that they fully left out the props. The balloon pops obviously had theirs, but Foxy's deflated balloon and Freddy's squeaky hammer from the figures are both missing, meaning these two are even less interesting. I mean, what do I even say? They didn't even bother giving them unique makeup. They both just have white eyes and muzzle paint with a red nose. Come on, you couldn't give the 2 characters you put in the Pop Wave alone like a nice little blush? Are you joking me? Anyway, that's about it for the shared topics. So with Pop 9/11, gee, no wonder he's so sad. Circus Foxy's first, and wow, is this guy ugly. I kind of forgave it with the balloon one for being so simple and creative, but with this being the second ugly Foxy I'm looking at, I just can't do it. Other than his strangely square and spiky head with the bad makeup, confirmation that Circus Foxy has murdered 2 people, and weird half-lowered blue eyes, I'll give them one thing. They sure did make this guy look fucking depressing. His most unique feature is his saggy green pants. Green has and will never look good on a Foxy, except for the last Funko review. But this specifically looks off. I mean, at least it isn't yellow, but the green pants, blue buttons, and yellow suspenders just look bad altogether. But hey, I guess I like his hands in his pockets. This was an overall problem with Balloon Foxy, but being Balloon Boy shape made it less. Being orange, having makeup, a sad expression, weird ears, feet, and arms, and not having a single design choice Foxy is known for makes a very simple fact emerge. How is this Foxy? This is just a vague clown fox. No withering, no hook, nothing. This is practically a fully original character. If he was circus mangled, no one would bat an eye. So really, what is the point of calling him Foxy? That's my main problem here. Like sure, maybe a pop is ugly or inaccurate, but at least most FNaF fans can look at it and go, yeah, that's FNaF. I'm fully convinced that most casual fans wouldn't be able to tell this is Foxy without the box. He looks like a bad Disney character they cut early on. Maybe that's why he's sad. What is it, Foxy? Cut Disney character or 9/11? Pick a struggle. Circus Foxy is a 1 out of 10. He has cool things about him. He's modeled decently well, his chest floof is nice, and the downturned sad boy tail is honestly amazing. But he's just too ugly, too frustrating, too redundant, and too redundant to be anything worth calling even
Holy fazballs! I told you to be honest, not a prick.
Okay, I'm overreacting. Genuinely, this thing has kinda grown on me, but not like Nutcracker Foxy did. I just don't think he's irredeemable now. Just very close. And for a review that will be much, much quicker, Circus Freddy is boring. While actually looking like Freddy is something I didn't think I needed to compliment him on, he sure does. But other than that, Firework Freddy has more going on than this guy. He's basically just Balloon Freddy, but with some ugly face paint on. I'm sorry, but these colors look awful altogether. Red, white, and blue. Maybe he is Firework Freddy. It just feels like an eyesore, and all the color they tried to give him is nulled out by the dark brown of his fur. It sucks. And really, a big red bow with white dots? Talk about tacky. Button your shirt, dude. You're in public. I guess I like his hat. The color scheme actually works here, and the flower reminds me of Mr. Hippo. The best part about him is definitely his pose. While arms out wide isn't exactly groundbreaking, with the last 5 over here, yeah, honestly, it is groundbreaking. Consider my ground broken. It's silly and charming with those goofy Mickey Mouse gloves. And I guess the step forward is cool too. You know Youtooz was developing the Fanverse figures at the same time? 4 out of 10. He doesn't even get a unique tail like Foxy. This is so boring, man. And that was every single Balloon Circus Funko Pop reviewed in record time. That sure was boring. It may have seemed like I was overly complimentative, but really, I hardly had anything to actually say about these things. With 4 figures being almost identical and the last 2 being boring as hell, that leads to all 6 pops being blips in my FNaF merch radar I could hardly even notice. I mean, with how much amazing merch released in the last 3 years, this is nothing. At best, these are cute. At worst, they're a waste of $72. With all those scores, I feel comfortable saying they equal a 3 out of 10. But I guess I liked Bonnie and Freddy?
Wait, you're already done? No. For my plan to work, I need at least a few more minutes. What happened to talking for an hour about 5 figures?
Look, Helpy, I'd love to talk for hours about FNaF merch, but I can't say anything more than that without just repeating myself. Even more than I already did.
I don't care about that. I need more.
You really want me to shit on these pops for longer than I already have? Why?
I told you. For exposure.
These get like 10 views. That's not gonna work, little man.
How about it's none of your business? Mike's very own. No, not you, arts and crafters.
Just do it for today, okay? Sorry, Marionette. Wait, huh? What is this?
The exclusive pops.
No. The deal was that I reviewed the initial Pop Wave. That's it.
The deal was that you'd fill a set amount of time for me. Now get to talking about metal-covered Freddy before I get Funtime Freddy in here.
Fine, but then I'm done.
Yeah, we'll see.
I can get through these quick, right? It's only 3 pops. Okay, let's go. These exclusive recolors were put out alongside the original pops. I talked at length about what makes a good variant in my mystery mini video, so let's see if these pops can do it better than that series did. Metallic Balloon Freddy and Metallic Balloon Bonnie. At least it isn't Foxy. These were released in a 2-pack, the first one made for FNaF in 8 years. And it was exclusive to Target, but the sticker says Target Con, which is something I have never heard of before. Who loves Target so much they'll go to a convention for it? Metallic is not a style of variant you see very often. In fact, the only other metal item I own is this metal Foxy from the Advent calendar. And as we take these pops out of the long box, we can see that, wow, these are cool looking vinyls. Now, does it make a lot of sense for Balloon Boy, Freddy, and Bonnie to look like they're made of tinfoil? No, not at all. If it was like a toy animatronic or an endoskeleton, then I could see that. But these 2 random mascots are the same makeup of a soda can? Why? Honestly, they kind of just look wet. Maybe I got it all wrong. It could be Wet Balloon Bonnie. That also doesn't make sense, but don't kink shame him. If you just ignored the reason they're like this, then you can see that these are clearly awesome. Metallic Brown doesn't look as good as Blue Metallic, but also Freddy's shirt looks a lot better than Bonnie's, so maybe it balances out. I know that I probably sound really bored and like I have nothing to say, but I do like these pops. They're good variants. The problem is that even if they are cool, yeah, they're still pretty boring. They're definitely sick at a first glance, but I mean, I'm already over them. Like what, am I gonna display Gallium Balloon Freddy? No! These foil wrap fuckers are really fascinating to me and look so good. And if this was on a character I actually liked, then I would eat this up. But them looking fun can only take them so far if I don't give a shit about them, you know? I'm just gonna give them 1 point below the originals, 6 and 7 out of 10 respectively. I do actually like these more than the basic pops, but as lazy variants that don't do anything to actually justify this dip in the iron, I can't possibly give one of them an 8 out of 10. So yeah, that would mean the Copper Balloon duo altogether would get a 6.5 out of 10. It's worth the price if you like it, simple as that. And for the second package, we have yet another long box, but this time it contains a Pop T. They made one of these for Nightmare Freddy, which already made no sense, but who in their right mind would wear a t-shirt of Balloon Foxy? Anyway, yeah, the black packaging looks really nice with the colors of the balloons. And there's even a little window to see into our next pop, Flocked Balloon Foxy. But maybe we should do the t-shirt first. Welp, it sure is a t-shirt of Balloon Foxy. The background with all the lines and the retro looking text is really nice. But in front of that is just a chubby faced looking balloon fox child. Just standing there. Man, I wish I could give an article of clothing man standing. I'm being genuine when I say this may be the least appealing t-shirt of all time. Who would wear this? Certainly not FNaF fans.
I'd rather die than rep merch for the Balloon Circus Funko Pop Wave.
And why Foxy? I know I said I don't hate this design, but it isn't exactly photogenic. This looks horrible, and the colors are so bright against the black t-shirt. Ugh. Let's not waste any more time on this. 1 out of 10. Who the fuck was this made for? By the way, there's no way I'm putting this on the tier list. This is just a bonus. And for the more important item, Flocked Balloon Foxy, yeah, whatever. Out of all the Gimmick variants out there, Flocked is definitely my favorite. Sure, the Flocked material isn't exactly great to touch, but at a glance, it looks amazing. And Balloon Foxy is the exact kind of character I'd expect to be furry. This should really be a slam dunk, but oh my god. He is so ugly. He is bright orange, so it just looks like he got covered in Cheeto dust. And the lighter part of the face, it just isn't visible. You can see a faint outline of it, but it's almost impossible to make out. And I know I already mentioned the touch, but what the fuck? Why is his muscle so crusty? Ugh, so nasty. I really do like that his whole body is in flock. I think it's really cool that his nose and his outfit stand out against the disgusting fur color. But they did a really bad job as the end of the string he's holding is flocked a little. You've got to be kidding me. I'm not lying when I say this might be the worst flocked figure I've ever seen before. But truthfully, this is the only one I own outside of Youtooz. The classics are so amazing flocked that it looks better than the originals. This thing is just disgusting. 1 out of 10. It was pretty damn close to a 0, but like I said, the not flocked parts look really nice when compared to the everything else.
So the best part of this figure is the part that stayed the exact same.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. One day, I'll be able to review the Youtooz figures and show you how cool a flocked figure can really be. But unfortunately, today is not that day. This whole collection gets a 0.5 out of 10. The idea of bundling an exclusive pop with a t-shirt featuring the character is an amazing idea. But with the choices they make and the characters they include, yeah, these fucking suck. Oh, okay, hey, that wasn't too... No, that was really depressing. Have I paid off that debt yet?
No, not even close. Well, there's an easy fix for that.
No, come on, you can't do this to me, please.
Nightmare Own, why don't you fetch those figures for me?
Damn it, really?
Wait a minute, you're not Nightmare Own. This thing is getting on my nerves.
Marionette, please, I can't make him any more mad.
Don't worry, Moose, I've got this. Hey, Lefty, you know what this guy is for, right? So you're gonna sit your little puppet butt down and take a rest now? Good. You too, Lefty.
I've already talked about 4 of the characters here. I'll just be saying the same 3 things over and over. Do you really want that?
Well, I guess you better get comfortable. Drink water. Wouldn't want those training pipes to be dry.
Who are you?
Just a supporter of the arts. Now get to reviewing and make it extra long-winded, Claude.
Oh, I'll show you long-winded, you stupid, ugly, always in first aid ass bear.
Save the critiques for the figures.
Alongside the Funko Pops released, quite a bit more merch. For the most part, they all followed their usual styles, even with their more cartoony designs. That was all but one. The figures, which practically had to be redesigned from scratch to fit these brand new body shapes. And these looked extra like Chuck E. Cheese characters. It is really weird, but kinda cool. These 6 figures looked like nothing we'd ever seen from FNaF. Instead, like something straight out of a real-life in-universe prize corner. And I really dig it. These make me feel like a kid in Freddy's. They genuinely nailed this style. But before I get carried away, let's open these all up and see what they have in common. The boxes are basically what we saw in the flocked Foxy t-shirt. Just a more black and rainbow design. Still pretty cool. Okay, anyway, let's destroy these boxes forever. Yay! The character choices were actually reversed this time around, having all 4 circus mascots and only 2 balloon ones. The take apart put back together gimmick was completely stripped away, thank God, and replaced with a more normal joint-based system. And almost everything can be swiveled here. The arms and legs, feet as well. The waist can turn all the way around, but it's a little tough. And the head, of course, does too. For some odd reason, everything here can turn except the hands. The arms can also bend, but not only do the balloon characters not have this, but the joint for it is super ugly and obvious. This is weird, but a huge improvement from the usual style. They may look a little awkward sometimes, but so did the originals. And at least these won't shatter if you look at them funny. There isn't a doubt in my mind that this is how an action figure should be. You could actually play with them, but I won't act dumb. I doubt this style would work well for the normal animatronics. I just wish that we had an in-between like with what Nutcracker Foxy half did. Funko seems to be actively trying to improve this, but with their license being given to Jazzwares. Ugh. I sadly doubt we'll be seeing any more innovation from the Funko team. But aside from that, these are all extremely different from each other. Really, the only not exclusive to one type of figure thing I could bring up is that once again, the Foxy and Freddy's have the exact same feet. But luckily, Circus Bunny breaks this ugly curse. The circus characters are up first this time, and I want to discuss how these figures are actually designed. Infinitely better than the Pops. There is an actual style here, decisions I can physically point to and say, wow, a human being came up with an idea and executed it well here. Or a small bear.
Thank you.
Seriously, these don't feel slapped together unlike the other waves. These are clever and fun and animated, like real and genuine heart was put into them. The Pops weren't bad per se. I mean, they looked like Pops, but that's just the problem. It looks like a person put these cool designs into a make Funko Pop machine and then these things came out. But the action figures don't feel like that. Stylized figures can be cool, but when they aren't real characters, they don't feel stylized, they just feel bad. All being based off of clowns, we have 2 new circus designs that we didn't see in the Pop Wave. Oh gee, I sure hope they aren't the best fucking ones! The boys all have the same simple red nose, which is a little boring. Freddy and Bonnie even share a muzzle. But as Foxy's quite a bit different, and Bonnie has many other things going on, it doesn't feel as egregious. These designs are so wildly different, it would really be better just to start talking about them separately right away. And how about we start with the 2 we saw earlier, just to get it over with. Circus Freddy is first, and, well, he's still pretty boring. Of course, when compared to the Pop, this is leagues better. But it is still just a brown bear in a lame outfit, with the littlest amount of makeup on. I will say that the absolute size of that bow is kind of amazing, but I still hate the colors. His face is just adorable. These models are great, and Freddy is no exception. Even if he's one of my least favorite, he's still at least nice to look at. Okay, this may sound stupid, but my favorite aspect about Circus Freddy is his inflatable hammer. This thing is phenomenal. It is big and puffy, almost looking like it was overinflated. And the way the edges crease and point on the handle is actually really impressive. There was a lot of thought put into this prop, and I appreciate it a ton. It even has a stopper for refilling, so that's fun. Why couldn't the rest of him be this whimsical? 5 out of 10. I want to say it's good, but next to the other more daring designs, this one's quite bland. Except for the hammer, yeah! Circus Foxy. Let's make this one quick. Ugly. He's arguably better than the Pop. Like, the body tons more. He was really shrunken down on the other guy, but here, with a regular head, it's... well, it's still kind of bad, but it's better. I like the floofs on his elbows and his chest, and the lowered tail is cool. They even had to comedically extend his box for it. And while I still believe green looks bad on Foxy, the patch job is neat, but God, it's hard to look at. Why are those stitches so thick? So if his body is bad but not horrible, how about his head? Somehow worse than the Pop. The large snout is epic. Genuinely, this is really well made. But it's ruined by his color, the makeup, the stupid droopy ears, and of course, his abysmal eyes. Oh, the colors all clashing. It looks straight out of a Flash cartoon. This figure has so many cool choices, but it's all drowned out with some of the worst I've ever seen. This one makes me mad. And when I grew to kind of appreciate his little big-headed brother, this one does not deserve that. But still a 1 out of 10. I want to give it a 0 so badly, but unfortunately, the prop is a deflated version of Balloon Foxy's, and it's really funny and smart and weirdly detailed.
So you only like this figure for the prop, which reminds me of my younger days of huffing jankum.
Yeah. Wait, didn't you design it?
Nope. This one was a lefty, I swear.
And with the 2 lame ones out of the way, let's move on to the only 2 items I've actually been excited for. Circus Bonnie and Circus Chica. And the former somehow got the least merch of all despite literally being the best design. Oh, sorry, spoilers. We'll get to her in a moment. Circus Bonnie doesn't seem all that interesting, but let me explain. He's the same dark blue color that Balloon Bonnie was, but now with light blue tummy action. It's so strange how one color can make a design so much more palatable. On said tummy are 2 cute puff balls. Ones that might have been on his ass in a previous life. Well, Foxy was a sad clown and Freddy was a boring one. Bonnie takes on... okay, well, I don't actually know what you would call it, and I don't care enough to look it up, but he is a Pennywise-style clown. Got it? He has a large frilly collar and matching ruffly gloves. He even has similar red lips and buck teeth. Huh. Was this on purpose? Probably not. I'm sure it's a famous clown style, but I'm not really an expert on the topic. Plus, the Venn diagram kind of ends there. He has these large yogurt spoon type ears. I don't know how else to describe them. And while I get that segmented ones would look kind of awful on him, this is still a tad awkward. Luckily, that isn't a problem for the other since it's flopped downwards, and it looks so much better. The insides are light blue, and the tips feature these 2 white stripes. It looks nice. And of course, at the tippy tops, bells. These aren't real bells, obviously, but they're modeled extremely well and look insane. I'm a huge fan. Bonnie's body, however, is where you start to lose me a bit. The other circus mascots have these little outfits, and while they aren't all winners, I like them a lot, or at least the idea. So having Bonnie just be naked is pretty lame and kind of awkward. Because of that, his body articulation looks extra weird. But I do like his chubby little body, and his feet look like perfectly adapted cartoon classic feet. Circus Bonnie's prop is a carrot lit like a stick of dynamite. Why the fuck did they get so creative with these? This is not only super fitting, but looks great too. The carrot looks so real, I want to munch it. And the little spark ball is neat too. Perfectly cartoony. Circus Bonnie is such a simple and charming figure that I can't help but adore it. Giving it a grade, however, is much less easy. 9 out of 10, don't question it, okay? Circus Chica is my favorite. Look, I know this is totally my last wave of Balloon Circus merch I'm reviewing today, but I am not speaking too soon when I say this is the best designed character here. Funko made the expert decision to make her a white Chica, which just suits her so much better in this style. In general, Chica just fits as a traditional mascot the most. She looks exactly like that bird from Chunky Cheezers. She has pigtails, one pink and the other only half, so cool. A party hat atop her head swirled with her pink and green color scheme, super cool. And her beak is wider than usual, adorned with an adorable smile, duper cool. She also has these green stars on her cheeks, and those feel kinda random, but I appreciate them trying to make her white ball head a little more interesting. It's also worth noting that her eyes are blue and not purple. Okay. That makes her the only Balloon Circus character to have different eyes from the game counterpart. But with her being more based on peppier, skinnier Chicas, maybe they were just channeling Toy Chica. Either way, it looks nice. And now for her outfit. I really like how it isn't overly feminine. Like, she has a skirt, but she also has a vest and a little tie. It looks great on her, and I much prefer this to a bib or a dress or something. I think it's perfect for her. Also, I love the trope when characters have a regular office tie over a bow tie. It's hilarious. The white and blue pattern on it is great and clashes amazingly with the pink top and magenta vest, as well as her rolled up sleeves. Oh, too adorable. And below her black belt holds a green skirt with white frills on the bottom, patched together with patches. This material is different from the rest of the figure as it's actually flexible. Kind of like a Polly Pocket outfit if you've ever had those. It's nice to the touch and makes her feel so much more alive. A lot of thought and effort was put into this outfit. I can't believe it. The one thing about her I don't love is her tights. I think it's neat that they're tied at the bottom. It's almost like a potato sack in that way. But the pink with blue hues doesn't look great, unfortunately. And honestly, the chicken feet don't fit great either. But overall, I still like them. Wouldn't be Chica without her talons. I mean, that's kind of all she has chicken about her. But with all that being said, what the hell type of clown is she? An office clown? I'm sure she's based on something specific, but there's no FNaF wiki page about her, so I have absolutely no clue. Either way, her prop is a water squirt bottle. Huh. I mean, the others were so creative and really? No circus cupcake? I guess they just barely ran out of creative juice. But I guess I'm happy they used it on Chica herself. Okay, ignore all of that. If it wasn't clear, I adore this figure so much. Unlike every other merch item in this wave, she feels meticulously planned. Like someone spent hours crafting just the body alone. So much love and personality was straight up rammed inside this stupid made up Funko figure. It's actually crazy to me. For as rough as this series is, and for how many duds really are here, at least it gave me one of my favorite Chicas in the franchise. Thank you, Funko. Even though most of your random bullshit sucks, I'm glad it all exists, even if just for her. 9 out of 10. I know, 2 Balloon Circus items in S tier, but you should be lucky. I desperately wanted to give her a 10 out of 10. I mean, seeing her next to the junk of this wave makes her look like a goddamn masterpiece. But my girl just barely missed it. So I couldn't say she was literally perfect. Sorry, Circus Chica. Just know that you have at least one fan.
Perfect! Bravo! Finally, some actual positivity!
Can I stop now? I already reached peak.
For even asking, I'm docking your pay.
What can I even say about Balloon Freddy and Balloon Foxy after just covering the 2 best items in the series? They're cute. Freddy's head model is incredible, and it looks a lot better without the makeup Circus Freddy had. And Balloon Foxy is also a notable step up. His head looks great without all the lameness. I actually kind of love it. You know, past the orange of it all.
Yeah. Just do that. Jeez.
In general, these tiny little guys work a trillion times better than the Pops did. The proportions look so off and confusing, but on these smaller than usual figures, it looks so good, especially next to the other ones. But aside from me liking him more than the Pop, I've got nothing else. Anything I would usually compliment I already said in my Pop review. The hats are cute, if not identical. I like the colors quite a bit, no problems there. And, the balloons. They are the exact same, but they look really nice. They both have that glossy material, and the sound they make when they collide is just so freaking epic, dude. The ends are curved a bunch, so fitting them in their hands is easy. And well, that's it. I like Balloon Freddy and Balloon Foxy. They are quality figures, just like the others. But if you've said your opinion on one Balloon Freddy, you've said it on all of them. Both of them get a 7 out of 10. Foxy gets an increase from the pop, but Freddy, even if he is better, stays about the same. And those were the Funko Balloon Circus action figures reviewed, and thank fucking God, they were obviously better. Even the ones I dislike here still have amazing quality. I love this style, and I genuinely wouldn't mind of seeing more of it. Maybe make the Toon characters from Security Breach? The problem with this wave isn't the actual wave, but the 3 others around it. Just by being there makes these characters seem so much less interesting. I don't need 6 Balloon Foxies. I don't even want 1 Balloon Foxies. So even if these are great figures,
And Circus Foxy,
they still seem pretty lame to me. As they got much less attention from Funko, that makes Circus Bonnie and Circus Chica stand out a lot more and become the best of the whole series. But even that pisses me off. Why go so hard on the mascots you hardly used? The action figures will be getting a collective 7 out of 10. Still a pretty huge waste of money. I mean, why spend $90 when you could just spend $30? But still, it won't take away from the good that this wave produced. Okay, and Helpy still looks mad at me, so how else can I extend this video? No, of course! But what does Artlad think?
The Foxy statue is so cool looking, and I love—
Oh, no. We're doing Balloon Circus today.
Balloon Circus? The hell is that?
You know, it's that wave with the balloons and the circus?
Sister location? Well, I really didn't prepare for this, but I know you don't like Funtime Foxy, but—
No, it's like Balloon Boy, and don't you dare start reviewing FNaF 2!
Okay, jeez.
I'm sorry, this video's been kind of weird. I mean, I'm used to saying the same things over and over, but I've just got nothing.
I understand. Wait, is that the one with the sad Foxy?
Yes!
I like him.
Huh? That's it? Come on, you have to have more to say than that. Not even CC will help me. Hey, wait a second, stop! No. Hold on, Artlad. I reviewed 2 total waves. There is no way I'm doing 3.
Too bad. I need more content.
Nuh-uh.
You know, I don't get you. Why can't you just do what I say when I say it? I tell you to talk less, you talk for 6 hours. I tell you to talk more, and you're done before lunch. It's so infuriating. It seems you only respond well to threats, and you don't even respond well to that. So you get to talking, or I'll get to enslaving.
Huh?
Hey, hun, ever thought of being a mascot?
Is he talking to me?
Hasbro Entertainment could always use more rabbits.
Okay, fine. But just one more.
Yeah, we both know that isn't gonna be true. Now talk, word boy, talk.
So I should just—
Did you know Balloon Circus made plushies? Unfortunately, I did. Yeah, I'm not beating around the balloon and or the circus for even a second. Funko's had a rough history with FNaF plushies. The first wave was universally loved by everyone, but with each new release, they got worse and worse, and then got a little bit better with Pizzeria Simulator, and then they gave up completely. Every new wave of plushie is a completely pathetic shit show of printed fabric, weird uncomfortable materials, ugly as shit designs, or in this case, utterly forgettable. Well, and all those other things. I'll talk more about the rocky history of FNaF plushies sometime later. But in the meantime, check out Bizabazow's Redesigning FNaF Plushies series. It's very well made and in-depth. Instead of favoring one or the other, both Balloon and Circus get 3 plushies, leaving out a character in each, which conveniently were the 2 best characters in the respective groups.
Do you ever think the creator of these just wants to punish you?
I hate you, Helpy. Maybe I should count this as a blessing. I'm not sure I want to see how unbearably ugly that Circus Chica was going to turn out. All of these characters are covered with printing. Some literally head to toe. And the more they have, the worse and utterly disgusting it looks. How about this? They all look completely depressed. I know Foxy is sad, but every other character rivals him. God, these are so lazy. I mean, look at the buttons almost all of them have. Were these drawn with the MS Paint circle tool? Everything about these stupid, ugly plushies looks so geometrically boring and simple. Were these made in an afternoon?
Hey, be nice. Some of us had to fire all our employees for the tax break and only had MS Paint to work with. The nerve of some people.
Yeah? Well, maybe don't sell it for $13 a plush.
Or $15 for the exclusives.
So, y'all like balloons? The 3 balloon characters are just about what you'd expect. In the promo image, the pattern on Freddy and Chica's is just cut off and looks terrible. But luckily, it just looks bad normally here. I do like the cute hats, I mean they're well designed, but the propeller just being a line is kinda lame. The way they did the balloon is weird, but for the most part I'm into it. Attached to their left hand, they all have the same hand this time, is a thick cord, think Springtrap's wires. And this goes all the way up to a small fabric ball stuck to their heads, which pulls off the effect really well. If this was one plush, like maybe Balloon Boy, I genuinely think this was a super fun and unique gimmick. Once again, I'll repeat that for you. For one plush, I don't need 3 of these. Oh, and I'm not even telling the truth. The balloon is that same disgusting fake velvet material that ruined the special delivery plushies, making any of the tiny, insignificant, itty bit of drive to cuddle these completely non-existent. Ooh, I love it. I love these stupid decisions. It's so cool. Balloon Freddy. It's Balloon Freddy. His colors look fine, but on a gross printed plush, still bad. And while they really tried to redesign his head to look smaller, rounder, and cuter, he just looks like if Freddy stress ate from his chronic depression for being so ugly. And his slightly lowered eyelids and brows definitely don't help with that. 3 out of 10. He really isn't the worst plush. GameStop has a gift for us. Ooh, I wonder if it looks good. Balloon Foxy. Oh, Phasma, how did he get worse? And before I say anything, nope, this isn't even as bad as he gets. His head shape is so awful. The BC Foxies are supposed to have a sharper and scruffier face, but these plushies can't show depth like that, so he's just smooth, and oh my god, it looks just so horrible. He looks like a shaved cat. It's nasty. His eyes are too close together and cross-eyed, and his entire face is printed on material, and the base itself is an even uglier color of orange than the others. And his round-ass teeth honestly just make me uncomfortable. But hey, at least his eyebrows don't make him look sad. His outfit is the exact same as the others, and it still doesn't look good. I mean, his pants are raised up to his belly button, old man looking ass. And aside from the Dorito looking ass tail, that's pretty much it. This stupid plush gave me so much trouble. I bought this ugly thing on eBay twice, and both of them never got to me. I did get a refund, but I ended up having to go to GameStop because of course they still had one rotting on the shelves. 1 out of 10. Trust me, he can look worse. You'll get your 0 in another few segments. Okay, let's take a short break with Walmart's exclusive offering, Balloon Chica. I mean, the yellow just looks better with these colors. The other two just all blend together and it looks like shit, but this is much easier on the eyes. And the orange feet are another nice mix-up. Just like before, the hat is tilted to make way for her feathers. It's cute as hell, but not new. And for the only unique aspect of this design, she was given freckles. Oh, okay. Chica with freckles is amazing, and I didn't know I needed this. Balloon Chica is actually really cute and colorful, and is a rare highlight from this plush wave. 6 out of 10. Yep, and I don't take that highlight comment back. Not looking good. Okay, time for the Circus. But only one plushie matters, so let's move. The muzzles all look the same. Awful. And the red nose never works. And just like the Pops, no one gets a prop, so yay! Even more boring! I guess I was spoiled by special delivery. Again. Circus Freddy is as boring as ever, and look at that pathetic thimble of a hat. That's just disrespectful, man. Why is the flower printed? The special deliveries did these details with no problem. In fact, these were actually made with care and quality. Even the worst special delivery plush looks like a godlike creation next to these abysmal Balloon Circus ones. I kind of like how his hands are white discs to represent the gloves. The makeup looks bad, and I think Freddy wanted to steal Foxy's look because this man needs therapy. The colors look so bad, which is baffling because they should just be classic Freddy's colors. Why do they make all the Freddys like they're doing Toy Freddy? Until they actually do Toy Freddy. And to make it worse, the top half of his head is printed. What? Why? It looks so terrible. The vest is more printed on garbage, but the bow is not. But it's also not felt. It's this weird, gross, crinkly wrapping paper-like material, and honestly, I wish it was just printed. I mean, at least it's kind of strange and not just boring. But this stuff feels disgusting. I can't imagine ever wanting to sleep with this. 0 out of 10.
Whoa, that came out of nowhere. Usually you do a long, rambling, and strangely emotional lead up to a 0 out of 10.
Yeah, well, I can't do that here. This is nowhere near close to the worst of the worst. But I can't even make up one positive statement about it. Everything here is bad and screams bootleg. In fact, the 2 bootlegs I do own look way better. So even if the next plush is a much worse and more egregious 0 out of 10, Freddy still sucks shit, and I won't even argue he doesn't deserve it. I just don't care otherwise. Oh, yeah, Circus Foxy, 0 out of 10. Circus Bonnie! Okay, fine. But yeah, this thing might be the worst Funko plush ever made. Like, sure, Ballora bastardizes a character I really love and actually had a decent beta design, but at least they tried. What the fuck is this shit? How is his head fatter and more deformed than Balloon Foxy? Genuinely, how was that possible? Same with the colors. How is he a more obnoxious orange? All the printed on white looks like shit. The clothes are stretched out and disgustingly simple. This looks out of the background of a preschool show. And even that's an insult to Blue's Clues, Bluey, and any other blue dog-based shows that exist. The weird and stupid blue from the pop now looks like a war crime, making his entire face contrast with itself. And let's not even mention that being sad is a bad gimmick when they all want to kill themselves. But even then, I don't know, it kind of looks like he's smiling. They can't even do that right. Also, why is his design so inconsistent from his other merch? His suspenders don't form into one in the back. He doesn't have them weird ear dots. He's wearing gloves. And most importantly, apparently he's only killed one person. I mean, I guess this could be him from the past? But to be fair, the mini was also past Circus Foxy. Did these 4 designers not talk to each other at all? How could this many things be inaccurate when the others did it just fine? And it isn't even based on an existing character. Guys, this is your design. How does that even happen? This is just sad. So once again, 0 out of 10.
See? Now that's what I'm talking about. Oh, I'd love it when you get all dramatic.
Look, this is only the 5th 0 out of 10 I've ever given. And while it may not be as bad as completely giving up on a full character design out of pure laziness, at least Nightmare Freddy made me laugh. This thing just makes me want to playtest a ball pit. And I wonder who can help me with that.
Stay away, rabid beast. I'm not going back to first aid.
None of you are free from sin. Circus Body! Okay, finally, a plush that doesn't make me want to rip my eyes out. The only printed things here are the lines on his ears and the balls on his torso. And compare that to the others who are covered in this stuff, and you'll see the immediate improvement. Just kidding! The entire top of his head is! It's just a lot less obvious. I don't understand. At least the lips are sewn. These look really nice. The ruffles on his hands and neck look outstanding. And as one of his only unique traits, obviously they had to include it, right? But you know, you'd be surprised. Of course, that isn't his only special thing. Atop his strangely long ears, there are 2 They aren't even real bells? They are 2 printed out drawings of bells. I won't lie. This is clearly frustrating. I mean, Youtooz has been doing this right for years, but it's kind of funny, so The ears actually look really good. I'm a fan of this overly long design. And while the makeup is as bad as the others and the red nose still doesn't fit, the Pennywise lip thing kind of looks awesome. Perfect for an unfunny 2016 parody video. 7 out of 10. Let me tell you, it is so much more frustrating that this plush is good because that means Funko can try, but they just don't want to most of the time. And wow, is that the most infuriating thing in the entire fucking world? But whatever. Hey, this plush isn't half bad. The Balloon Circus plush wave is Funko's worst. With 4 absolutely unbearably bad wave-ruining items, and then 2 okay ones, these are way more disgusting than a Sister location or a nightmare ever could be. Literally, the one saving grace is that I don't give a single shit about these characters. So their plushies being fucked up is almost never a thought in my mind. Well, unless an evil capitalist pink and white bear forces me to review them.
Hey, I'm white and pink, thank you very much.
And while I really did consider giving this wave a 0, those 2 okay ones really did make that impossible. 1 out of 10. I am so sorry to the one fan of Balloon Foxy's plush. But this right here is as bad as a merch wave gets. Well, unless you're those ugly hangers, and I am never reviewing those. Okay, bring him in. Huh? You obviously have the minis, so let's just get this over with.
You clearly aren't getting the point. I don't want you to get it over with. I need you to talk for a long time, and then more, with plenty of details and silly gags. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you really want to pay me back, you are stretching these 8 reviews to as long as you possibly can. I wanted an hour, but you know what? 5 seems more useful to my devs.
Why?
Why? What do you mean, why?
I'm not as stupid as you think.
Well, you did collect all of Balloon Circus.
I know you have some ulterior motives, some kind of word power death ray or something equally as evil.
That's all nonsense. Wait, can I steal that idea? I'm gonna write that down, 1 second. Okay, thanks. That's all nonsense. I'm honest all the time. In fact, they call me Honest Helpy.
Oh yeah? Well, I think that's also a lie. Liar, Helpy.
Nah, no way.
Oh yeah, like you're so perfect. Tell me, Weegee, why in the world do you have a blacklisted mimic endoskeleton living with you?
Oops.
What?
You think I don't recognize that voice? That whiny drawl is the same we give to all of our mimics by default.
Oh, look, he's friendly.
Yeah, I'm reformed. I had character development and now I'm squeaky clean, you fat
Seizing
idiot.
out the time.
That thing may not be as dangerous as other mimics, but I've seen firsthand the real damage it can do. My best distribution center destroyed, all because of it. You know, maybe that should be a fun surprise for you.
Common consensus?
He's bluffing? Plus, now I'm a metal and flesh boy. Everyone loves me.
I mean, imagine him with my patented word-powered death ray. Soon, my friends.
Ooh, I'll take 10.
The point being, review the minis, or maybe a Phasma Entertainment search team will have to be dispatched to your house. And then your carpets will be all bloody. Ha!
How many different ways are you gonna threaten me? So far, you've done one unique threat for each of my cast members.
As many as it takes for you to actually listen to me. That's the problem with millennials these days.
I'm sorry, but you just spit out so many, I'm kinda not fazed by it anymore.
What the hell? You were scared when he threatened your husband.
Well, to be fair, I kinda threatened you a bunch last episode, so once again, kinda numb.
You annoying piece of... Review the minis. Now.
Yeah, okay, that's probably wise. It's never a good sign when I'm dreading talking about these little guys because unlike most series where they're the highlight and full of the most creative energy, these don't do a single thing to stand out or be special in any way. They are just more of the same. They aren't even bad like the security breach one, so genuinely, I've got nothing. But the show must go on for some fucking reason, so let's do this one a little different. The only thing that's really special here is the fact that the balloon mascots only have one button. The poses are also much better, but even if they are, say it with me now, man standing. Oh wow, I can't believe that actually worked. In fact, I think that was the only thing they actually put care into. Anything I could mention would just be repeating myself or I'd have to bring it up again later. So, Balloon Freddy has an adorable bear smile with his hand hidden behind his back. Like that purple guy Youtooz, so maybe he had a knife? 7 out of 10, same as the pop. This is definitely cuter, but I can't say enough to be an 8. Balloon Bonnie, yeah, fuck the stupid order of the pops. I'm doing it my way now. His arm being thrown back in excitement is way cuter than it randomly being raised. 8 out of 10. Once again, this is identical to the pop. I just like the mini style much better. Balloon Chica, this carries over her adorable freckles from the plush, instantly making this one of the best as it isn't just a small Funko Pop. This is so cute. I wish more minis had exclusive designs like this. Well, the pop had her reaching for a plate she found out too late was going to her friend. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, no, yeah, you can have it, it's all right. The mini is adorably pointing to herself with these smile lines as if to say, yep, I'm cute, I know it. And one more, her balloon is all droopy. And she's the only one like that. So many cute details only seen on her. She has more going on than the other three combined. That's sad. 8 out of 10. Better than Bunny by a long shot, but there is no way I'm putting a balloon character in S tier. Okay, back to the boring ones. Balloon Foxy has really cunty looking eyebrows. Like, why did they give him fuck me eyes? I don't want to do that. Whatever, it makes him look kind of fun. 6 out of 10. Like, this is the most exact translation. And before moving on to the better half, a white balloon Freddy was also made. Now, I don't have this as a certain Helpy left him out.
It's the one that ends in I, right?
But I actually really adore these colors. And as this isn't seen anywhere else, he is an obvious standout. I like to think of him as Balloon Golden Freddy, but nothing really supports that besides just being a Freddy recolor. Either way, I like Wario Freddy. So fine, he can get another 8 out of 10. Honestly, he's probably the most interesting thing here. The Circus animatronics are now the same size as the ballooners, so to still give them that size difference, they have bigger muzzles, which is neat. Circus Freddy, I like his pose. He looks more like a performer than the pop. That's it. 5 out of 10. Circus Bonnie being one of the only two that matter. He is pretty much the exact same. Wow, shocker. The pose is cute, but I got nothing new to say. I hate this video. I hate this video. I hate this video. I hate this video. 8 out of 10. Not quite a 9, but it's close. Circus Chica. Her excited fist to the side as she points the spray bottle at you is so precious. She looks really excited about her joke. Wait! Why the fuck does only she get a prop? You clearly showed us that you can give them the shit you designed them to hold. So, why can't you? That would make these minis so much more interesting. Why wouldn't you make that one simple addition? Isn't like you have to make an entirely new asset, you lazy fuck. 9 out of 10. Still pretty perfect, but the size of the figure makes her kind of obsolete. And finally, Circus Foxy. Welp, he is definitely cuter as a mini. And the tail looks nice. 3 out of 10. And that was all the Balloon Circus minis reviewed in record time. Look, man, these aren't bad. The plushies were bad. These are just nothing. The pops and the figures feel slightly special because you could just buy them. But only having a chance to own something this lifeless, boring, and creatively bankrupt? Yeah, that just feels like an insult. I think a 5 out of 10 is fair. They are really cute, but aside from the chicas, why would I ever waste my breath on these? All right, hand them over.
Whatever do you mean?
Come on, this is just predictable. The variants. I have other videos to not edit, so hurry it up.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't have them.
What?
I tried, but my staff bots already kinda packed them all up, and I kept bullying Balloon Freddy, and I got so mad I threw Funtime Freddy in the cellar. But I did get Golden Circus Freddy.
Do I have to?
Of course.
But you didn't even deliver. Why should I?
I have power over you. What about this don't you get? Just put a PNG on screen.
Fine, but I'm not adding these to the tier lists. Those are already begging for mercy as is. Modern mystery minis are half-assed. We all know this. They make 5 new items and then slap them with blue paint. Easy money. It's slightly better with Balloon Circus, as 8 whole characters fill most of this wave, so that means we only have 3 variants to slog through. And then 3 more exclusive ones. 6 stupid variants. Cool, I love it, so cool. These are some of the most worthless variants I've ever seen. Solid Red Foxy. What? This idea is interesting but stupid. 4 out of 10. Glow Balloon Bonnie probably doesn't even glow well. 2 out of 10. Glow Circus Chica. She probably doesn't even glow well, but at least it's Circus Chica. 3 out of 10. Transparent Yellow Balloon Chica. What? This is just nonsense. 1 out of 10. Transparent Blue Circus Bonnie. I'll say it again. What? This is so random, and why is she the rarest mini? 1 out of 10. And finally, Golden Circus Freddy. This is cool. 6 out of 10. There. For some reason, I still don't know, all of Balloon Circus is finally ranked. Happy?
Well, you did forget the pop keychains. But I suppose this is good enough. Got it, little bit? Yep, should be ready to go.
What is happening? Are you gonna kill me again?
No. Well, at least not yet.
Then what was this all for?
None of your business.
I'm glad you asked, my estranged moose friend.
No, stop!
I am trading an AI off your long-winded rambling to make our own Fazbear Entertainment-approved merch review show.
Little bit. Treason! Espionage!
Wait. What?
Huh?
Wait, was I not supposed to say that?
No, you moronic head! This is all your fault, Moose! His brain is still scrambled from when you yanked his drive!
So, you're stealing my merch show and replacing me with AI?
Oh no! Our show is completely different. The host will be an anthropomorphic animal who talks at length about the latest and greatest Fazbear swag. And every now and then, I'll come in with a sick and sarcastic remark. Oh, and they'll be so mad. Oh, and there's this one part where we ask the memorable and long-standing question, how does Funtime Freddy feel about all this? Where Freddy comes in and gives a more casual pitch of the item, all tied together by a marionette who brings in the items and clears the table.
That is exactly my show, word for word. Literally, because you stole my words without my consent.
You signed a verbal contract at the start of this video, sucker. And okay, fine. I stole the marionette idea, but mine will be Nightmare own, so it's very different.
Oh, hey Marionette. Wait, were you in there the whole time? I didn't even notice.
I feel like we usually forget you exist, so not much has changed.
It was only since the plushies. Calm down, tickle fingers. Whoa, control your sock, Moose.
Walk it off, Marionette. I'll handle it. I'm so confused. Why didn't you just hire me? I would have been happy to do it.
Are you joking? You better be joking. If you are, that's the funniest joke I've ever heard in my life.
What?
You just spent the entire length of a plane ride making over-exaggerated complaints about my very well-thought-out balloon-themed merch line. And you think I'm gonna hire you to sell merch?
You told me I could be negative.
Yeah, because no one's gonna see this, dum-dum. But all Pizzaplex audience will see my much-improved show.
Isn't all my hate gonna mess up your ultra-positive review show?
We aren't really using your words, more as mashing them all together, so whatever robotic sap we stick on this will be talking indefinitely. Who gives a shit about heart and passion? I'm trying to sell Balloon Foxy here. As long as something is being said about them 24/7, and we filter out all the nastier stuff, we'll be making infinite money! Ha 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 ha! In fact, that's exactly how I made this merch line, so I know it works wonders.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Well, I better be going. I have a show to run.
Wait, what about my job?
Oh, right. Night Guard, Freddy Fazbear, you start ASAP. Don't be late.
Hey, sorry for hurting you a little bit.
Oh, haha, I'm not hurt. I've just been doing all that stuff to mess with him. It is hilarious seeing him yell. When he gets loud enough, his little robot lungs whistle.
Oh, yeah, that is awesome, but...
I accept your apology. And I promise I secretly don't have abandonment issues now.
Oh, cool.
Okay, Headless Fox Man, you lost, so kick it.
I concur. Come on, Lolbit. We had to start mass-producing Prize Counter. See? It has a unique name. I'm so great. Coming, boss. See you around, Weegee.
Okay, move it. Out. That's better.
Great. All my hard work is being stolen by a huge company so that they can make millions while I continue to work for free. What a topical plotline.
Yeah, this all seems very targeted. I hope you know it better than those regurgitated content factories. I'm not here to stuff all your shit into a blender. I'm just here for the love of the game, baby. I make my own shit, thank you very much.
I know, CC. I don't think of you like that. Even though you did kind of do the same thing with Reddit.
True. But nothing on there is original anyway, so who cares?
Right. Anyway, Balloon Circus is weird. Right? I've said over and over again how much I don't like these waves, but the scores have been weirdly high. That's because while the merch itself is well made, the idea behind it is fundamentally stupid, making a set of products that literally no audience could ever care about. But they sure are interesting. Thank you all so much for watching. On screen now are the tier lists. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of why I wanted to make this video is to make sure that this list is as annoying to read as possible. And you know what? I feel like I succeeded. What is wrong with me? This was rough! Writing these scripts was definitely something different. I originally planned to just speed through for a rapid-fire prize corner episode, but it turned out I had a lot more to say than I realized. Well, at least for the later ones. Yeah, I definitely won't be doing a video like this again. I just really wanted to talk about Balloon Circus and not just 1/4 of it, you know? This may not have been the most fun video, but overall, I'm glad I covered these. I think they are really interesting, if nothing else. At least I tried something new. And hopefully the final edit is at least fun to watch. Well, join me next time on the Season 2 finale, where I just cover a simple Youtooz wave. Please. I need something simple. See you on the flip side.
I was thinking of branching out. Maybe I'll do art.
Is it just gonna be a mashed together slop of all the art you saw online?
Yes.
Don't do that.
But what if I do it?
Listen, CC, I have a lot of patience. Stick to complaining. It's what you're best at. And it's all you.
Aw, how sweet. Ugh.
Yes, Marionette? Ow. Right. Sorry I didn't notice you got kidnapped by a left-handed bear. So, can you clear the table now? Ah, thank you, bud.
Huh. Weird. We usually talk through this part.
Wow. It's almost hypnotic.
If not a little frustrating. Hey, buddy, you missed one.